Hey folks, we've got a couple of things that we're going to do here today. We're going to touch on something that's been making some pretty big news in our larger community. We're going to have a little bit of a physics lesson on sunspots and earth spots. We're going to talk about an event I will be attending on July 1st, and I'd love to see you guys out there. And I've got a little something special for you guys as today is the channel birthday. 12 years old. Holy cow. Anyway, first thing I want to mention, a lot of you have heard about the controversy with the Cosmic Summit event this summer, how recently Jimmy from Bright Insight and Graham Hancock are disinvited. They will no longer be there. I have looked into the details. I have talked with several individuals. I 100% stand with Jimmy from Bright Insight and Graham Hancock. I realize some of you are probably thinking to yourself, what did Ben just say? Yeah, I know. I don't stand with Graham Hancock on much of anything these days, specifically what he thinks happened 12,000 years ago. But specifically in terms of the Cosmic Summit and what happened, and in terms of what's right and justice and things like that, not looking so great for the organizers of that event. And let's just say, Jimmy's a friend of mine. He's a good guy. My initial reaction was that he was in the right, and upon further investigation, it does appear that that is the case. So let's take a quick moment and learn a little something about sunspots and earth spots. It's amazing how electromagnetically similar the Earth and Sun actually are. They both have poloidal-magnetic fields that extend from the polar region and wrap around the sphere. There are also arching, lower-level fields as well. On Earth, these are called L-shells. On the Sun, they call them coronal magnetic fields, and they get very twisted up during sunspot maximum when the Sun's poles are reversing. There are even lower-level electromagnetic arches connecting high and low pressure cells on Earth through what we call the global electric circuit, which reaches up to the ionosphere, and we see similar arches connecting positive and negative sunspot areas. But that's not all. Sunspots are the energetic, stormy regions on the Sun, constantly crackling with nanoflares which look like lightning, and when they erupt, a major flash can send particles and energy out into space, a solar flare and coronal mass ejection. On Earth, supercells are constantly crackling with low-level lightning, and in the biggest flashes, gamma rays and particles can be blasted upward as well. Rapid scans of supercells show a bubbling center and lines in the clouds pointing from the center outward. This is the same thing we see in sunspots, with a bubbling center that has a similar flux cadence and penumbral lines around the sunspot, pointing again from the center to the outside. These various connections, from the energetic similarities to the opposite flow polarity connections to the physical presentation, are why we call strong low-pressure cells earth spots. They are Earth's version of the stormy energetic sunspots on the Sun. Sunspots and earth spots. Fun, isn't it? So, the Minnesota Prepper Expo will be happening June 30th, July 1st, and July 2nd. I will be there on July 1st. I'm giving a talk at 2 p.m. and doing a Q&A at 3 p.m. Down below the video in the description box, you can find a link to get tickets for that event. Would love to see observers out there. Also, as I mentioned at the start of the show, today is the 12th birthday of the Suspicious Observers channel, so all of our books in PDF form are heavily discounted. For those who have yet to pick up Weatherman's Guide to the Sun, The Next End of the World, or the recent supplement which updates both those texts, this is a very limited time thing to celebrate the birthday of the channel. Head over to the link to get our book PDFs. Haven't heard of anybody being disappointed in those. So fun little bit of physics, some updates on some recent events, and I guess happy birthday to the channel. I'll see you in the morning for the daily show. Be safe, everyone.